Welcome back, everybody. This is Art Vile, and you're watching a series of bleeps and crashes. I want to start off by apologizing for not doing a video last week. Just kind of got caught up with Father's Day and all that mumbo jumbo. But today we're going to be doing an album review on the unforgettable Nada Surf album called Let Go. Funny story, I got an opportunity to check them out live at the legendary Knitting Factory in Hollywood, which no longer exists. It's closed its doors, but one of the coolest venues I've ever been to. And it was really close to my job. I worked at Tower Records on Sunset back in the day. The year was sometime in the 2000s, but I was there ready to check out this album live because I had already checked it out and listened to it multiple times in my car. That's my favorite way to listen to music and really dissect it. I feel like the acoustics inside a car and the fact that you're mostly by yourself really lets you dive into it. I don't know, everybody's different. But I did go check them out live at the Knitting Factory, and I was a little underwhelmed, not because they're not a tight band, they're really, really good. Just that they played, I don't know, 60 songs before they actually got to the album. Gosh, we must have gotten there at 9 p.m. and we didn't hear any of the songs on this wonderful album until about midnight. Yeah, midnight. I must have sat through, well, not sat, but stood through about 30 songs before we actually heard one or two songs off this record. That's the thing with this band. They have multiple albums, so they have a huge catalog, huge number of songs that they like to play before they actually play the songs on this album. Don't know why bands do that. This band did that. The wind had left my sails a long time before I actually heard one or two songs from this album. Not a big fan of their earlier stuff, but this album really did change it all. It was a turning point for me. It made me a huge fan. Blizzard of 77 is a song on this album. It really kicks off the album with a little jingle jangle, like I said, called Blizzard of 77. It's really fun, upbeat, kind of a whimsical song. You get to hear a lot of percussion, which I'm a big fan of. And the thing that stood out to me was that the singer really did do a lot of sing-along choruses and melodies. He's pretty good at that to begin with, but this album just had about 12 songs, and I would say about 9 to 10 of them are just really listenable. You can really hear this whole album and like it. Some of the standout tracks are Blonde on Blonde, just a really slow, groovy song about somebody walking through busy streets with headphones on and just feeling powerful. Haven't we all done that? Again, that is one of my favorite ways to listen to music. I'm a little bit older, so I actually had a Walkman, a CD Walkman. Many of you guys may not even know what that looks like, but here's a picture just in case. Singer-songwriter Matthew Cause is the lead singer, also the guitarist for Nada Surf. He's also in another indie band, a duo indie band with Juliana Hatfield, who I actually like as well. A lot of the music he does is just indie rock. If you're into indie, please tune into them. They're really good. They're revered as the one of the movers and shakers that began the indie movement. They used to hang out a lot in Echo Park and Silver Lake areas, Spaceland, lots of cool clubs back in the day. Mr. T's Bowl. These are all clubs in the Silver Lake, Lincoln Heights, Highland Park area that used to really be the breeding ground for a lot of these indie bands. I read an article in the mid-90s that said Kurt Cobain actually was a big fan of them as well, and Courtney Love, Nada Surf. This was in the 90s. Interesting fact, Matthew and the bassist Daniel from the band actually went to school in France. So there's a song on this album called La Porca, which is a French song. It's actually pretty good. So take a listen. I hope you guys don't mind. I want to read you my favorite lyric from one of their songs called The Inside of Love. It's actually the beginning, the intro. Just these lyrics really always stood out to me. They go a little like this. Watching terrible TV, it kills all thought, getting spacier than an astronaut. Yeah, it's poetic, I know. I like it. But just in case you didn't catch that, here are the lyrics in written form. If you are not really inclined to listen to indie music or alternative rock, just do me a favor, listen to the track Inside of Love, and I'm pretty sure that you'll be, your mind will be changed. Listen to the song, just that one song, and give it a shot. Inside of Love. Many of you guys may have noticed that in my last video, if you pay attention, my candy jar fell on its own. Now, I don't want to scare anybody here by telling you this story, but there's a ghost. There's a ghost in my little studio here. No need to worry. If you're not into that kind of stuff, neither am I. But I've always been a firm believer of if anything's strange, just befriend it. Be friends with it. Talk to it. Yeah, you may look like a crazy effing person, but just talk to it. That's what I do. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to my friend, Boo Kachu. Fun facts you'll need to know about my friend Boo Kachu is that he likes to tip things over when we're in the middle of recording. He likes to fickle the lights. He likes to move inanimate objects. He likes to sound like a barking dog even when he's not a barking dog. Yeah, get to know him. Just love him just like I do. Hell, even send comments and questions his way. I'm sure he'll answer them. But Boo Kachu is now our friend, a friend of the show, a series of bleeps and crashes. Who knows, if he's any good, I might make him my co-host. Or who knows, maybe even a personal assistant. It's just so hard to get some good help around here. Anyway, just as I was saying, Boo! Oh, it's a dog. It's a dog. Oh my god! There is a boo-boo. So give it a listen, guys. It's a good album. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to all our videos. We love doing them. We love you watching them and supporting us. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be releasing new content. We're going to try to do it once a week. We fell behind a little bit this week, but we will continue to do them just to introduce underrated artists that deserve a little recognition, because they are just freaking cool, man. So thanks again for watching a series of bleeps and crashes. I'm Art Vile, signing out. Thanks for watching.